welcome to Vloguary Day 2. In the first video, we talked about 2026 goals, goal setting and motivation, and how to stay motivated. So I'm trying to keep the momentum going, and today I'm organizing this closet. That is the task. As you can see, there's a lot going on, so let's go. I'm Megan, or Maggie Mouse, and if you don't know me, I like to share content that shows how to live a magical lifestyle wherever you are. This is where I spend a lot of my time. I work from home, so this is the room I also work in, and I like to make it as magical as possible. I like stuff, obviously, and I'm okay with that. Like, I know what I like, but this is too much. This isn't manageable, so that's what we're going to tackle today. So to start with, I just wanted to go over some of my storage areas for my clothes. Obviously I have this clothing rack out here, which initially started as a place where I can stage for reels and stuff or packing, etc. But because I'm at capacity with my closet, frankly, this has become closet space, and I don't love that for me. So closet wise, it's not big. It's not a very big closet. So it is very, very full, and I've tried to keep it as organized as possible. I have shoes down here, some bags, and then obviously on the door I have this this is designed for a pantry door for cans, but I've been using that for a couple years as a place to store purses and stuff like that. And then I also have more of my shoes up here. And then for the rest of my clothes, I have them in drawers. I have this 3-drawer set, and then this set, I don't know if we're going to get to these today, but the only other closet I have that I have clothes in is out in the hallway, and it also needs to be organized. We're not doing that today. It's like the coat closet, so it has a lot of stuff in it, but obviously it has our coats. So because this closet is so full, it also has my even hoodies or blazers for work and stuff. And I also kind of don't love that. I would rather have those types of things in here, and then in the coat closet have true outerwear. So goals for today mainly are this closet here and this clothing rack, because that's basically just overflow right now. Kind of my process, I guess, for cleaning this out. I've previously done Marie Kondo, the does it spark joy type reasoning as you're going through stuff. And I'm not going to do that specifically, but there are elements of her approach that I like, that I've kept with me. But I think especially this being the start of a new year, I'm thinking more I think the question I want to ask myself while I'm going through stuff is, does this match? And I don't mean aesthetically match, but does this match the energy I want to bring into 2026 and the person I want to be in 2026 and moving forward? Another thing I'm keeping in mind during this process is that I started working from home full-time a little over a year ago. So my need for office clothes has changed dramatically. In my previous job, I had to be in the office usually 4 days a week. So I was needing office clothes all the time. And because of that, sometimes I would just want to be comfortable. So honestly, I had ratty cardigans. It's a terrible way to describe it, but that you would just throw on with every kind of outfit. And when I'm working from home, I don't really need that as much, because I can wear, I have a little more flexibility. I don't have to have on a whole outfit also. I can just have on, Zoom ready attire, and I don't have to think about full work outfits as much. Whereas before, I had clothes that I really wore to work that I didn't wear anything else, because it wasn't my personal style, and that doesn't feel good. And I don't want to keep that. So basically, I want to keep clothes. My thought process is going to be keeping clothes that I feel good when I'm wearing. I feel excited about wearing. I get excited about putting an outfit together with that piece, and also that fit multiple areas of my life. I'm not just keeping a piece of clothing because it's good for one thing. A couple exceptions, Loungefly bags. I take those to Disney and I don't really take them anywhere else. And then my physical strategy, I think, will be just taking one piece at a time and putting it in a donate and or discard. Well, those should probably be two separate piles. Donate if it's in good enough condition. Discard if it's lived its life. A possible smaller pile for like Poshmark or Depop reselling, and then obviously a keep pile. And I'm not trying to like get rid of, I don't really have a goal of like how much I want to get rid of. Like I want to get rid of, 20 pieces, like not necessarily, but I just want to feel good about what I have left. Okay, super proud. I got that part done, but at what cost? So I was putting everything I wanted to keep up here on this dresser, but then everything I was keeping like fell off of here, as you saw if I leave that clip in. So that's a mess, but I'm going to try to start like putting stuff back in here. Actually, I should probably do the shoes and stuff first and then do that. I'm just sitting on the floor now in front of my closet. This stage of cleaning / organizing is always terrifying, but it has to get worse before it gets better, right? The next thing I'm going to do is this whole purse rack, and I am kind of anxious about that because I feel like I can't approach it quite the same exact way, because purses aren't something that you like carry all the time. Like they are things that you have for like specific purposes. As long as I kind of clean that up a little bit and just make the closet space more usable, I'll be happy. I'm not planning to purge a lot in that area. And it's gotten even worse now. All right, I have to start putting this back together. So this is happening gradually. I don't know that it's going to have like a really satisfying like ending, but I feel really good about the progress. Let me show you, because I think I'm at a stopping point for today. I'm not going to get to the drawers because of how much energy it took to do the closet and the rack, and I'm trying not to like burn myself out. So the drawers will be for another time, so you'll just have to come back and see me do that another time. But yeah, let me walk you through what I did. I mean, if that gives you any indication, let me start by saying, before I did this, I didn't have enough hangers for all my clothes to be clean at the same time. So that's a good sign. And then over here on the clothing rack, I do just have a few items that I'm like holding to, like something I'm wearing like later today. And then a couple things that I'm doing for some reels. I'm not packing for anything right now, so that's not really being used for a staging area. But I do like to leave like items that are new. Like I got this sweater just a couple weeks ago. Items that I haven't had very long, I like to put here because honestly, it's just like a visual inventory of what I have. And because it's nice to look at things that make you happy, you know? My purse wall is looking a lot less cluttered. Down here, I kind of have like occasion type purses. Like I took this on the Disney cruise. I got that on the Disney cruise. Just like little clutches and stuff that I wouldn't carry as like an everyday bag. This is kind of continued. I do use these items like if we're going to dinner or something. Obviously this is just like a little crossbody if I'm doing like a specific outfit or like taking it on a Disney trip. This middle rack is really the purses that I've been carrying the most. So I have like my Baggu and my Uniqlo crossbody. This bag by Monty I've been carrying quite a bit. It's a really good size. And then this is like my structured Meaghan and I'm bag that I love so much. I got it when we went to Paris and it's just like the best handbag ever. So those are kind of what I use the most, I would say. And then up here, I just have an entire rack of like bag charms, basically like a whole rack of miniature stuffed animals. But I just put those all in the same place. And then just some of my smaller bags that I don't use as much but are cute to look at. My Duffy and Friends like belt bag crossbody, and then like this Kate Spade I've had for literally 15 years. And then these Baggu bags, every time I go to get rid of them, I realize that they're actually like nice. They are leather and they just like hold up for, honestly, like when I have to do like a work dinner or something where I want something that's kind of like fun and funky, but not anything like, I don't know what I'm saying. I know I said I wasn't going to save items specifically for work, but purses I feel like are a bit of an exception because they're always like specific items. So coming into the closet, this top shelf of shoes didn't change a whole lot. I have my just like Adidas, Pumas, Converse, Doc Martens, my Birkenstock Boston clogs, and my Adidas. Like those kind of are all shoes I use pretty regularly. These are like my like heels and stuff. I honestly don't wear those that much, but it's like nice to have, you know, black, white, and a neutral. So I kept all of those. And then down here, or my other shoes that you saw me organize. Honestly, obviously not like the best situation, but because I have a small closet, this is as good as we can get. But at least they're all up off the floor, and I was able to dust back here for the most part. So this is like where all my like flats, loafers. But then here we have everything in the closet. As you can see, there is like space to move, which there was not before. So that's nice. And everything's like on the same uniform hangers for the most part, except like my skirt and pant hangers. I kind of just had to use what I have. So on this side, I have cardigans and like vests. And then this is like blouses and tops. This is dresses, skirts, and then like some hanging like slacks, pants. And then on this side, I still have this green bin in here that just has like my backpack that has some of my travel cubes in it that I use more frequently. And then it also has like my Vera Bradley Weekender bag. So my suitcase and my main packing cubes I keep in our storage unit in the basement. But this is nice if I'm just like, you know, doing like an overnight or a weekend trip somewhere. I keep those up here. I also put everything back in the closet facing, like hanging the wrong way. I'm sure you've seen this on like TikTok or Instagram or something where people recommend doing this at a certain point. And then as you wear things, hang and clean them, hang them back, you know, the traditional way. But then you'll see in some time, you know, 6 months or whenever you want to revisit it or at the end of the year, what items you didn't end up wearing at all. So yeah, I thought that would be like an interesting thing to do since we were taking everything out of the closet anyways. So hopefully I'll be able to report back. So if you want to see the exciting results of my experiment, make sure you follow. One of the most satisfying things is probably the pile of stuff I'm getting rid of, which is all on this chair. I want to say it's like 50 items maybe. I guess I am doing this Vloguary thing, so hopefully I'll be able to do a video tomorrow. I don't know what that's going to look like because tomorrow I do start work back again, even though it's Friday. It'll be like my first day back after the winter break. But whatever it is, hopefully you'll enjoy watching it. If you did like this video, please give that a thumbs up, and I'd be so appreciative if you should decide to subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.